All right. What do we have? This game is pretty long. Dead for the last 15 minutes. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Let me get this. Okay, so you hate the Cumans. The Cumans are OP, but if he doesn't kill you early, then it can be okay. I think late game Magyar should win though. Like, what can he do against CA Hussar? As Cumans, he has Halbs. He has Siege Ram, I guess. Kipchak's probably not gonna really work against Magyars. I mean, your Magyar Hussars will deal with the Rams too. But we'll see how this this game unfolds here. Magyars have everything. Yeah, at least everything they need to fight pretty much everything in the game. Because Magyar, Hussar, and Cav archers with extra range and damage tend to kill everything. They don't really have good siege, but I mean, a Treb is a Treb. That's all you really need. But how would I approach this matchup? This matchup's pretty tricky because the Cumans can do anything. People who practice Cumans will be able to sort of adapt to any situation. So they can go, well, they should be doing the 2TZ boom. Like, that's just optimal. And then he should stop Vils at around 40 and just go up, idling the TC to do so. But then he gets up at a timing where you can't really kill him. And he should be on stone on the way up and make a castle. And then he can never die. You can also play them like Step Lancer style as well. So you don't really know what you can do against Cumans. He could also just play, like, say that you were going to go for a Siege Monk push or something. He could also just play Feudal. And he could just play Feudal Military without even going to Castle Age. Wow, dude. And then, yeah, that can be pretty strong. Because say that you send some Vils forward to Castle Drop or whatever, or like make stuff, and he just has scouts and spears and stuff, you just die. FC, Siege Pikes, Monks every time you get Cumans now. Yeah, but that's, like, Cumans can stop that, though. You just have to you just have to adapt. He's going to go for the boom. We're going to go for just, like, standard. We have two goals in the back, which is kind of nice. Stone is here, but it's whatever. Stop Vil production at 40 Vils. Well, yeah, just to get up. Obviously, you make Vils once you can click up to Castle Age again, but that's sort of the optimal timing, I think. Okay, and he's going to go... Oh, he couldn't quite get it there. Okay, he actually misplaced it. It should have been down one tile. So, not optimal. Okay. I think you should have been touching the gold here. Just on, like, you can touch the gold here. It's going to be much more efficient. Okay. And we're going to go up. 26 is kind of... No, it's fine, I guess. You could go up a little bit later and then just have enough for scouts and boom. This is enough to go for... Okay, we're actually going to play scouts. Yeah, your boom's going to be really bad behind this. We're up a little bit too early. As Magyars, maybe you can make it work with the cheaper scouts. I'm not sure, though. 3 farms is about right for this, though. Okay, and you go stable market. Market stable. Okay. And, I mean, you can just try and match his boom, but I would have been up a little bit later. Like, you can click up. You gotta get double bit here. Horse collar before double bit makes 0 sense. That makes 0 sense. Never do that. Okay. And, yeah, now we need scout production. As soon as you can afford it, you get scout production here. There we go. Looking good. And, yeah, farms. So, yeah, your TCs are going to be super delayed here. That's the problem. Like, Cuman, this is why Cumans is just overpowered, because, I mean, look, he's 13 Vils up. How can you ever stop that? Even if you were starting to boom later, you're just too far behind. But he should stop Vil production to go up here. Because, look, like, if you were up, say that you were up, say that you were going to go for a really fast castle drop. The castle would be down. If he has a castle down, or if you had a castle down and say that his resources were forward, it would be really bad for him right now. But if he had stopped Vils like a little bit earlier, he could have pretty much gone up here. So anyways, if he continues to make Vils, it makes it a little sketchier if you go to more aggression. Hey, Savvy Empire. All right. Going for the monastery and Bosa, and then we're just gonna add TCs after this, I presume. TC on wood, nice TC, I like it. And yeah, we're just gonna play kind of standard. I guess you were able to go up this early because you didn't need that much military this game. Yeah. It's sort of hard to predict what Cuman's is gonna do, though. Actually, it's just impossible to predict what they're gonna do, which is why you never know how much military you actually need. They're intended to make scouts or get Lycav. Yeah. But skipping the barracks and the stable would have been really good here. Because then you save a little bit of res. You can get the TCs down earlier. But obviously, you never really know. Make a feeder, keep an eye out, protect my monks. Yeah, but if you play too safe, I mean, if you play safe, you'll just lose. You have to every time you play Cumans, you have to make some like all-in plays where if it doesn't work, you just lose. That's just how Cumans is. You can't ever do things normal. You just have to make risky plays like all the time to try and get ahead. So, like, he's arriving to Castle Age, he's 11 Vils up. And he can do anything from here now. Like, imagine being 11 Vils up. He could add TCs here. He's gonna get a castle. He's gonna go Imp. Or is he? Is he gonna go Imp with this castle? Yeah. He should probably go for a second castle forward then. But that's not a very good play, actually. He's not really spending his res properly. Hence the siege push. Siege push doesn't do anything against the castle, though. Yeah, 11 Vils ahead and 2k res. He just gets Imp for free. He just has free Imperial Age with the Civ. And he's gonna go Kipchaks, but actually this play doesn't really make sense, though. He doesn't have Bracer, so it's like he can make some Kipchaks, but why though? You're just gonna make wow, okay. Did you see his castle? Maybe you saw his castle. It doesn't look like you saw it though. Maybe you saw Vils building it or something. Do you see him on stone? Or are you just like randomly making these ranges? Maybe because you want to go CA. No, skirms, okay. I guess you just somehow knew. You saw the castle, okay. That's good. Skirms is a good play here. Kipchaks will be enough to get the forward castle, though. He's gonna make the castle, yeah. He's a bit late sending his Vils, though. He could have had the Vils forward a little bit earlier. He shouldn't have bought stone, either. He should have just, like, kept some Vils on there. He's a little bit late. He should have the castle up now. It should already be being made. Actually, it should have already been up, ideally. Skirms better than CA? Well, at killing Kipchaks, yeah. At this point. Yeah, he's kind of late. He could have made a mangonel, though. That's what his plan is, but he could have had one. Yeah, I do like these. Yeah, purple's play kind of didn't make sense. He didn't really utilize Cuman's properly here. He just went imp into nothing. So you're kind of lucky, I guess. And you've caught up in boom now, but he's still like 1,300 resources ahead. But you've caught up now, and he kind of wasted his res. Like, imp actually did nothing for him. He's gonna go into bloodline scale barding. That's just giving you so much time, by the way. And yeah, you definitely do need to get a castle out, though. Okay, that's good. You have ballistics too. You're gonna go for a mangonel. All right, good. Okay, I think your position, you've gotten past the really hard part of Cuman's. Actually, not quite, yo. Not quite, but like kind of. Kipchaks, yeah, the step lancers have +2, so yeah, skirms aren't really gonna be enough. Oh, good job with killing the Kipchaks, but Well, it's still pretty tricky. Oh, we're gonna transition into cavalry? That's not necessary. I think just CA would have been fine. CA kill both of his units here. And we already have upgrades, we already have everything. Like, yeah, I don't think we should have transitioned into knights here. Like, we just wasted a bunch of res on a huge tech switch. Knights can kill both of those units, but also CA can kill both those units, so... Arbs... I mean, CA is fine, though. We sort of like the power that we get from CA. And we don't have to upgrade Arb as well. I like that you're bringing these back. We're gonna be up. He's already got Trebs down, though. Like, the only reason that you're not super dead earlier is because the enemy kind of really mismanaged his resources there. And Step Lancers are so hard to beat. You pretty much need a ranged unit to kill Step Lancers if they're just stacked. Opponent's like making a bunch of random stuff though. You made camels now. Yeah, you won't even get the one trap out. In this situation, I would have probably gone for conscription. Okay. Yeah, going for the Treb's just not really worth it here. Basically, your castle's already dead, so going for the Treb's was never really good. Unless he's just like not gonna go in, but basically, the only point of sending your units in is to kill the Trebs before the castle dies. But if the castle's gonna die anyways, I think just building up more army for now is probably better, because you can't fight his army. Like, his army is just too strong right now. Maybe once you had +4, then maybe it's okay. This fight was like, we take a bunch of hits. Like, we lost 4 guys here just to take out that one Treb, and now we can never fight his army. Like, his army was the concern, not these Trebs. Although actually he's losing a lot. All right. I mean, that ended up being okay. Cavalier power, I guess. There we go. Yeah, opponent made a mistake by making some random Cuman camels. He actually took, like, what even happened here? Yeah, you can't have your Step Lancers go in like this. Your Step Lancers always need to be together, and you need to, like, stand ground patrol them. Never take this fight. Like, never go in like that as a Step Lancer player. So that's why Purple lost this fight. He needed to keep all of his Step Lancers together. Yeah, and we have 1 Treb, which is really nice. Just 1 Treb is all you need to put pressure on this and eventually kill it. So, the Treb ended up being useful. Opponent's just going to stay on Step Lancer. Makes sense. The problem with Cavalier here is that it's kind of a dead end. Yeah, you get fully upgraded Paladins, but he has Halbs, so it's kind of not something that you want to be consistently, or like, making as your main. So I think going CA here is better. Skirms are just bad here. Skirms don't kill Halbs fast enough. They're just not population efficient. Unless the opponent's going Arb, or like maybe his full Kepchak, it's okay. But Skirms at this stage the age of Skirms is sort of over. They're not going to kill the Halbs very fast, and the Halbs are going to kill the Cavalier a lot faster than the Skirms can kill the Halbs. And, yeah. I'm not sure that this is necessary right now. I probably wouldn't rebuild the walls. I definitely wouldn't rebuild the walls like this. I mean, if you're going to rebuild the walls, at least come out of it, right? But it's not really necessary at this point. I would have just saved my stone for a castle or something. Yeah, we're making skirms, so I don't think that's the correct unit here. I think you just want to get on CA. Yeah, Paladin's definitely not the correct unit. He's already on Halb. Didn't skirms did a buff versus Halbs? Yeah, they did. Another +1 against Halbs. They still don't kill them fast enough because they just fire too slowly. But it's fine. They have range. Like, they have a lot of uses. They're not bad. They're just not population efficient here, and that's what you really need in this situation. Yeah, he's going Siege Onager. That's it's gonna be hard to fight. Well, losing your Halbs will be good, or losing your Skirms will be good, because they're not really good. They're not really useful. Yeah, committing on Paladin here is just really bad, though. Like, we won't be able to really take any good fights. Maybe you kill his onagers here, though, because he's out of position with his helps. That's good. Yeah, you'll get all of them. Oh, never mind. Help's very good. Your composition's just not good here now. If we were on Cav Archers, it'd be okay. Like Cav Archer, Magyar, Hussar, ideally. But we don't have castles. This castle, we could have built it like back a bit. I mean, another castle maybe in the base. We got 2 castle Magyar Hussar production. Can be okay. Ooh, we got the bada boom happening here. Dang, that was half the army. We're just not on the correct unit, and I think we're gonna slowly die now. We're gonna run out of gold now, right? We have some gold, but we're not making a cost-effective unit. Paladins is like a one push kind of unit. You make one push happen, and if it works, you win. If it doesn't work, you lose. It's not really a unit that you just sprinkle in. So if you commit on Paladin, like you gotta full commit. It's good against civs that don't have halb, but it's not gonna be good here. So you have no way to deal with the halbs. Recurve should be fine against Siege Honor without engineers. Yeah, exactly. We just need to be diligent with picking them off with the Hussars. This castle was never really good. We don't have map control, so don't make a random castle down here. It doesn't protect the vills. This castle is like outside his base. You can just kill it for free, as we just saw. Much better to just make outposts, and if he sends units to kill your vills, you just force drop, and then let the vills die. You just replace the vills. Like, vills are cheap at this stage. They're just 50 food each. The castle is like, you can't replace that. Okay, oh, killing all of those is so good, though. Okay. Long swords. All right, well, let's see it. Long swords technically deals with everything that he's making at the moment. I mean, I'm not going to criticize it until I see it fail. It's not a horrible play. But we need siege to push with. We need trebs right now, but we have no castles. We threw our castles. Like, killing his army means nothing if we can't push with castles. Like, right here. Right on the reveal. Right on the reveal, you need to have 4 trebs in behind. You reveal these, it deals with his army now. He makes a counter to it. Meanwhile, his counter's coming out. Your treb is shooting down this castle. You take this castle. Meanwhile, you make a castle here. You take this gold. He has his counter, but now you control this gold. That's how you do it. But instead, we're going to reveal this, and then he's going to just make a counter, and it's going to do nothing. Pulling a lot of gold, but yeah, we really need to make CA. We really needed a ball of 40 CA here. Otherwise, we are never gonna win. Like, we needed to have CA. CA against these Step Lancers. Now the game's over because now he went back to his strong unit, which is the Step Lancer. Chronic lack of siege this game. Well, it's not always necessary, but I think Paladin. If you're making Paladin on Arena, you better be 100% certain it's good. Like, you need to be against a Pike Civ. Or a non-Halb Civ, you can say. Halbs and CA. Yeah, that could be okay. Yeah, you can make your own Halbs against the Cuman Halbs. You go for a Halb meat shield. I actually like that. What is Cuman's gonna do? If he goes Kipchaks, then you gotta have like a Hussar meat shield. But if he's just on not Kipchak, a Halb meat shield's gonna be perfectly fine. Now the game's slowly over. Yeah, it's completely over. Yeah. You can't replace Paladin once you run out of gold. And yeah, Paladin's just not good most of the time on Arena. Like, yeah, it's sometimes good, but it's very rarely good. It's just so easy to get to Halb. And yeah, stuff's just gonna die. games I lose my 20 paladins in GG. Yeah. See, that's where you need to have 60 paladins. Then you overpower anything. Basically, paladin is like, I'm gonna win one fight no matter what. You get to 60 paladins, you send them in, you win against every unit in the game. Except for like some strong camels, but like, you get one fight. And sometimes you can snowball it, sometimes you can't. But yeah, Cuman's busted. And, but he kind of wasted his Cuman bonus by randomly going imp and not doing anything with it. So you could have done it, but maybe the initial Cavalier were okay. But, see, we were playing towards Knights here, which was not really, like, yeah, it does the job, kind of. It did the job pushing him away, but it didn't give you a strong option, like, to transition into. CA would have also pushed him away, but then also you would have had a good unit afterwards. So that was kind of like one of the big points that went wrong here. At this point I feel that I need to be able to dive his castle to kill Trebs. Not necessarily though. Like, you can make some Magyar Hussar to do that. You don't need Cavalier though. I think just like here, let's go to where he had stuff. So say that these were just, I don't know, 20, like, we wouldn't have invested into the stables. How many stables is this? Maybe we had one stable from earlier for upgrades. Like 6 stables. That's 1,000 resources, whatever. Upgrades for these, like, that's going to be another 1,000 resources. Like 2,000 resources just to get started on these things. 14 units. We could have had like 30 CA here. Could have had 30 CA. Working towards some Magyar Hussars, like 30 CA with the upgrades. That kills everything that he has. And, well, yeah, unfortunately he got this castle up. But if we had gone CA, we would have been able to push this back, right? If we were starting to make CA here, well, obviously we made too many skirms as well. If we started to make CA a little bit earlier, before we saw the step line, that's the thing. You saw the step lancers, and that was what triggered you to get off skirms. But the timing to get off skirms was when you had enough skirms to deal with his Kipchaks that you saw, not when he reveals his counter to your skirms. If you can think one step ahead of your opponent, then you can get to the next like counter unit that you need a little bit earlier. Yeah, exactly. You already have ballistics and everything, so it's so simple. Actually, I guess it's a little cheaper to transition to the cavalry units, because I forgot you have free iron casting, but it's still not really worth it. But yeah, here we took a horrible fight. I mean, it could have been worse. Like, you did micro it well and you killed half his Kipchaks, but like right here it's feeling bad because we can't actually stop this castle drop. So this is where you would need to make the decision. I think making CA would have been good. Actually, if we were already making CA, our castles, or sorry, our CA come out faster too. You would have, if you were making the CA behind this, you could have like 10 CA at this point. You'd actually have enough to push this back and maybe shoot his villas, or at least like the CA could shoot from here. He'd have to put it a little further back. Your castle never should have been like close to this though. Although you were up first, I didn't actually know. Or no, sorry, he was already up at this point. So yeah, you already knew he was an imp. Your castle should never be here. Like, his castle was here. Obviously, he's just gonna make Trebs and Treb you down. So your castle needs to be, maybe it's weird to you, but like, it needs to be here. You let him have the front. Yeah, maybe trying to evacuate these, but like, you let him have the front, build up CA, build up some Trebs in the back. What's gonna happen? He's gonna kill all this. Amazing. How does he push forward? He has to put a castle here. Well, while he's putting a castle here, you engage with the CA, and you have Trebs in the back. You just kill his castle. So, if he tries to bring his Trebs, you just kill his Trebs with the CA. If he tries to build a castle, you have Trebs to kill the castle and your CA to kill the vills. So he's kind of like stuck here until he has an answer to the CA, which is going to take a while, because it's really hard to get an answer to the CA. Like, CA is hard to counter. So, we just need to set this up a little bit better. This castle, like, we just need to make it further back. If he's an imp, needs to be further back so that his Trebs have to chill here. Basically, the safe zone for his Trebs are like around here. Once he steps even to here, you got your CA. They can shoot the Trebs, and if he can't fight your CA with his army, you just shoot down his Trebs. So his Trebs can only hang out around here. So he's gonna kill whatever's in like this area. So we got to go back a little bit, build stuff up. We can buy time by just giving him some space. Get to a few Trebs, upgraded CA, and push. And that's how I would have done it here. And then, yeah, anyways, obviously from this point we already went over. GG's.